So your marathon is a week away. You need to be at your optimum performance so that your race day goes really well, you get your PB and you are happy. I'm Dr. Rajani Patil. I'm a spine and sports physiotherapist with over 23 years of experience. I'm going to talk to you today about how to make this happen with these 6 awesome tips. Tip number 1. You have trained really hard for your marathon. You have tapered really well. Now this 1 week you need to focus on recovery. Closer to the marathon, yes, you need to be prepped for it, but the initial part of the week you will focus on making sure that all your muscles are relaxed, the trigger points are gone, muscles are not tight and stiff, so that on race day you don't hit a cramp or you don't stop midway. So this is how you do it. For recovery, the first and foremost thing that you need to do is to catch up on your sleep. This week, I don't want you to have any late nights. Going out, make sure you're sleeping before your usual bedtime so that you're catching up on some of the sleep which you may not have gotten during your training phase. During training phase, you have probably gotten up early, slept late because you have work, you have a family to take care of, things like that. So make sure that this week you're catching up on it. Research does tell us that not always catching up on sleep helps, because what is lost is finally lost, but you can make up for it to some extent. So this week, catch up on it as much as you can. Tip number 2, I want you to invest in some time with your foam roller and stretching. If you've never done foam rolling before, then I would say don't probably this week do a lot of foam rolling, because I don't want you to do anything new this week. However, if you have done foam rolling, then you need to be spending about 15 to 20 minutes every single day this week, maybe at the end of the day before you sleep or in the mornings when you are fresh. Do foam rolling first, about 1 minute per muscle group, and then the same muscle group you will stretch for 30 seconds into 3 times. This will ensure that your muscles are pliable, that they are relaxed, that the trigger points that you have built up all through the training will sort of go away. Make sure you do this little routine. There is a video, I'll put it in the description. It has the full routine, so look at that. Make sure you do it the right way. Tip number 3, your food and your nutrition, your hydration. This is critical this week also. Let's talk about food. Food, you want to do what you've been doing all through your training program. Don't try anything new. Don't eat out too much. You don't know if something will not suit you, and then it can put you down for the next couple of days, and that's really going to hamper your performance on race day. So make sure you're sticking to ghar ka khana, which is best. Do the foods that you're used to, your tummy is used to. Don't try any of the new fancy foods this week thinking ki this little bit of carb loading is going to help me for the marathon. It might, but it can also go wrong. Now, hydration. Hydration this week is absolutely very critical. You want to do more than what you have been drinking water this whole time. During training, your demands for water were high, demands for electrolytes were high. So hopefully you've done that. But this week, you want to make sure you're drinking more water than usual. Everybody has a thirst response, right? Now, research tells us that there are 2 ways to look at hydration. Either it's thirst based or preempt based, which means that when you get thirsty, you drink water, or you drink water before the thirst impulse hits you. In India, because it's so hot, we are all dehydrated to some extent. So even though you don't want to overdrink, you do want to make sure you have enough in your system so your circulation is good and cramps are not a problem during race day. So drink enough water this week, more than usual. Electrolytes also, if you feel that you are prone to cramping, then do that as well. One more point that you want to pay attention to is the color of your urine. You need to understand if you are dehydrated or if you are hydrated enough. So look at that. Make sure that you are doing what you need to do this week. Tip number 4, sports massage. If you are doing a half marathon or a full marathon, you should have been investing in sports massage throughout. If you haven't, at least you've been foam rolling. If you haven't done any of that, then this week do not do a sports massage. Don't try anything new. If you have experienced a sports massage before, you know how great it can be in order to get rid of the knots in your body. I'm not talking about a relaxing massage. That's not going to help any runner. you want to do a deep tissue sports massage. This will remove the knots from your calves, especially maybe your glutes and your hamstrings and your quads. So if you're going to do a sports massage, do it early in the week, maybe the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then give your body time to get over that soreness, and then on Sunday you're good to go. Tip number 5. If you have been struggling with some pain, say it's knee pain, heel pain, shin splints, whatever it is. If you've been having this, hopefully you've been getting treated for it. If not, there is still a little bit of time. Go meet your sports physio and see what can be done now in order for your race day to go smooth. What can be done? Initial part of the week, you can get some treatments done such as needling, sports massage, therapeutic exercises in order to get rid of this pain. But the day before the marathon, taping can be a huge strength. So you can get yourself taped a day before the marathon or 2 days before the marathon, so that on race day, your pain doesn't crop up during the race. We in the clinic usually have something called a tape party the day before the marathon. So on a Saturday, it's usually TMM tape party. And we usually do the taping only for our patients for whom the taping has worked in a trial run. So fresh, if you've never taped before, don't go and get taping done. Also, I would advise against taping yourself, because taping is very powerful, and if you do it wrong, then it can actually hamper than facilitate your run. Tip number 6, the last but not the least point. A marathon is so much more about the mind than it is about the physical body. You've practiced well, you've got your training under control, you are all prepped for the marathon. However, race day anxiety is a real thing. This is why most runners during the training runs, they've done like a half and fulls, but they will never get a cramp, or they'll never slow down, or things don't happen during training. But on race day, because of race day anxiety, something or the other crops up. In order for this not to happen to you, this week practice a little bit of mindfulness, some deep breathing. You can check out the video that I have published on breathing. Diaphragmatic breathing can really help you this week. Be mindful, be present in the moment this week, so that you are performing at your best during race day and don't get in your own head with a lot of doubts and things like that. If you think that these tips are going to help you for your marathon and TMM, then do send this to your running buddy, send it in the group so that everybody can benefit from it. This is the 10th video of this year's marathon series. If you haven't checked out the previous videos, make sure you check it out. It's in the link below. Don't forget to pick up the runner's guide, made especially for you, with a lot of tips on warm up, cool down, and foam rolling, and many more things. It's in the link below. Pick it up. The next couple of videos are going to be what to do on race day and what to do the day after your marathon. So stay tuned, watch those videos, and please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.